Mike Brookfield here. So, welcome to the Eric Clapton Scrapbook number 2. I hope you got on okay last week with that that Cream interview footage, episode 1. That was really good fun to do. Today I went looking randomly on YouTube for some footage of Clapton, and I thought, what will be good? And I just started scrolling down like you do. And then I saw his recent version of Purple Rain, which I think is on the latest Crossroads, which I don't have actually. I need to get that and watch that, because I've watched all the other ones, but I haven't watched the 2019 one. So there he is playing Purple Rain. I saw the footage of him doing it at the Albert Hall, and I thought that was kind of really cool. Anyway, I'd never seen this footage before, and I thought, I wonder what his solo's like. You know, obviously Prince rips it up and gives it, you know, full welly, and his solo is super tidy, really. And I thought, there's a gem of a Clapton lesson, if ever there was one. I've taught a lot of Clapton guitar solos over the years, and I'd put this right up there. And he was, you know, well in his 70s. What would be 74 when he did this? So just goes to show what an amazing artist. He can still pull off like really epic solos, totally cool and in control. So the version I'm talking about anyway, if you just Google it or you just look at it up on YouTube, is Clapton playing Purple Rain, and it's the 2019 Crossroads. The solo kicks in at 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the video that I referenced it off. Okay, do you want to have a it's broken down into kind of like the solo. You can actually break down into like 6 licks, if you like, 6 small sections. And then there's a couple of things to take into account, because there's a couple of themes that happen at the end of Purple Rain, isn't there? He plays it in A, you know, so he's playing the A, F sharp minor. I like to do that kind of open stringy thing, but it's an F sharp minor. You can play that if you want, but if you put those top 2 open strings in it, you get that kind of resonating -7 and a sus sound there with the B, and then an E. You can play a regular E, or you can do the old Wendy and Lisa, wasn't it? I can't remember, you'll have to forgive me, the guitar player in the Revolution. I remember watching Top of the Pops or something years ago, and she played, because Prince does it in B flat. That means that it's not an F, it's not an E at that point, it's an F. And I remember watching her do that chord and going, oh my God, this is like 1980 whatever. I was thinking, that's impossible. So anyway, Clapton doesn't worry about that. He does it as semitone low, so you've got A, F sharp, minor, but you can use those open strings resonating at E, and you can add that 9 if you want, or sus2, whatever you want to call it. So it's just an E with an F sharp in it, and then play a D, but don't put your second finger on, and you get that sus2 on that. So you can... So, you know, that's the basic chords to, you know, Purple Rain. And there are no more chords, but the order changes ever so slightly. But I think you'll be okay with that. We're going to get straight into Clapton's solo. So let's have a listen to the first few licks. Classic Clapton there. And again. Okay, so you got this, a double stop he starts with, so it's this flitting between major and minor blues which makes it super cool. So you got, so 17 and 16 and bending that 16 up, so that's that first section. So the tab is at mikebrookfield.com. Just go to lessons, and under lessons you'll see Eric Clapton Scrapbook and SRV Scrapbook. So you know, on the home page, just go to the lessons tab and you'll find the drop down menu there. So yeah, there's a free tab that you can check out there, and you can just basically look at exactly what I'm looking at now. You know, I haven't made it super pretty or anything. You know, it's raw and ready. That's why it's called Scrapbook. Okay, so okay, that first lick again. And then he's going 16, 14, 16. So that's the first little section. And then in true Clapton fashion, we'll do it a few times. So. And then the next line. So. So the whole thing again. So make sure you get that tab to make it easier to kind of follow along with. So I'll play along with it, will I? So that's just a blistering start to a guitar solo. Okay, and immediately, you know, there's no real break, but I have to chop up the licks a little bit, don't I? The next bit, again, is classic Clapton, right up the dusty end. So it's kind of tricky to get all of those notes in, but you've got to try and do what I'm doing. Get it on a loop, get it in your ear. You can hear that. So anyway, I'll play that again to make it a little bit tidier. Play that again. So there's a little bit at the end which is catching me out because he lays back, he goes. I'm in the light a little bit there, aren't I? So all together. So really super cool. I'm going to play along with that a couple of times because that's probably the hardest bit in the whole bit. So, big difference between the way I played it at the beginning of working through this section and how I played it there, because we're learning together, aren't we? I transcribe it, I go out and have a bit of lunch, I come back and I do a video of it. So I hope that's okay for you. I mean, I could practice it for a few days or whatever, but I know I'd get distracted and I probably wouldn't get around to doing the video because something else would creep into my life. Anyway, so what we've got so far is pretty epic, isn't it? If you put those licks 1 and 2 together. Pretty epic stuff. Let's have a look at number 3, which is really cool. And again, that's a real classic Clapton. So we make, you know, real bluesy kind of dominant style bluesy lick, using the major third. It's almost Stevie Ray-like, isn't it? So he hammers on and then he does a little bend. That's it, yeah. Again. Oh yeah, so this is all one lick. This is all the third lick, if you like, but I stopped it a bit short there. So the first bit. Okay, so if you've ever studied with me, you'll have probably done Need Your Love So Bad, you know, the Peter Green thing. And that's he's just totally doing a B.B. King impression on when he plays on that. Nothing wrong with that. And here it is, that lick. It's a real kind of total Peter Green style, doing a B.B. King, or Eric Clapton doing a B.B. King. I do have this is a 60s original Strat, you know, the reissues. And I do have a problem sometimes of going, falling off the fretboard because it's quite close, you know. So excuse me if I do that every now and then. Anyway, so if I go back now, so you see there's a big, I put an 11 in brackets because it's kind of debatable whether he plays it. Suppose he just slides up, so he goes. So, you know, really super class stuff. Let's play along. hard to kind of catch that loop anyway. Okay, apologies if there's a light shining on the guitar there. As I'm playing, I'm kind of moving around, and I know with the maple fretboard, it does catch the window, the natural light, if you like. Okay, so pretty epic stuff. Let's have a look at the next bit. He goes into a little tremolando thing. Here we go. So he does. So he's sliding in. You got 14 and 12 there, and then he just moves his third finger up to the 15, and then slide back 12 to 10. Very classy, that. Very classy stuff. I'm tempted to try and play it all so far, which is... something like that. It's pretty close, you know. Wouldn't it be exactly, you know, 100%? But it's, you know, it's getting in the ballpark for me. And like I said, I'm practicing. This is all part of my weekly practice. You know, getting my hands dirty, looking at practical things to play, as well as doing other kind of technical stuff and writing songs and stuff. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed that bit. Okay, and then he does another one of those little bluesy rundowns. So, it's just slightly different to the last one. You know, it's just really cool. You gotta get a few of them under the belt. It's worth practicing that in a few keys. It's almost Stevie Ray again, isn't it? If you could almost Stevie Ray that. You put more scuffly stuff into it. Anyway, I suppose they're all learning from the same bag. They all want to be Albert King and B.B. King, don't they? And again, lay back. So you can see I write that on the chart, you know. Okay, next bit. Lick 6, if you like. Yeah. This is slightly slowed down. I think this is about 85%. So that will run down. So he plays the A twice at the end, you know. That's what Clapton does. It might not be what Prince does, but that's kind of what he does. He goes, he gets down to the A and then he plays the A again and hits the chord, and then he carries on playing the chords while Doyle Bramall comes in with the and it's kind of, you know, he's got that thing going on, you know, where he's upside down, so the treble strings are at the bottom, you know. So let's go through that bit again. Okay. And then you're into that. The first time, so Clapton plays the chords, and then he kind of comes in down the octave. And you got this little, which is kind of a really nice hook into kind of, there's another vocal line, which I think your man Craddock does, you know. Oh fuck, I can't remember his name now. Your man who was in Squeeze and that, I can't, Paul Craddock, is it? Yeah. Anyway, having a little jam on it there. Anyway, so the 7 and 8 lick on the page are basically, you know, 7 is a kind of little hook, which I suppose cues the band into the next end section. It's just ripe for major minor style playing, because when you play major it sounds sweet on that progression, but when you switch to minor it just sounds, you know, like you're ripping the heart out of something, you know what I mean? So hey, Purple Rain. Clapton plays Purple Rain. That was a bit of fun, wasn't it? Any other suggestions? You know, I kind of got lucky, I think, this week with that one. I hope you enjoy it. I hope my enthusiasm for it is coming across. I do love a little bit of Prince, and I like a bit of Clapton, as you know. So it's a double whammy. And to find Clapton at his age, 74 when he played this solo, playing so epically, it's kind of a perfect solo. Why would you not want to check it out? I might actually try and play it slowly all the way through. This is a bit dangerous now, but like... worth a try.